Got you. You see, I had to clickbait you all into watching my educational videos. Apparently, you like my dancing, though, don't you? So hang around, stick around, because I've got some very good information for you today. And by the way, I'm coming into you live from my original podcasting spot of the Nook. Nonetheless, greetings, educators, parents, students, and anyone within ear's reach of my voice. I thankfully present to you episode 11 of Meetings with Mug, a podcast all about positive impacts in education. Today's episode, Felicity, is a bit twofold. The term Felicity means something that causes happiness. But before we get into that term, as we close out the month of November, I want to discuss National Native American Heritage Month. November is designated as National Native American Heritage Month. You see, along with Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and other notable heritage celebrations, Native Americans are honored for their contributions to our nation's history. Notably, I'd like to highlight some key Native American figures in education, right? Because this is a show all about positivity in education. The indigenous trio of Rosemary Christensen, L.G. Raymond, and Will Antel founded the National Indian Education Association in 1969. The NIEA is committed to creating pathways for indigenous children by enhancing education, maintaining indigenous languages, and strategizing ways to impact legislation. All three founders were from different indigenous tribes, but they came together to form a collective for the greater whole. Now, another notable current Native American educator is Micah Richardson. Micah is the director of the National American Indian and Alaska Native Head Start Collaboration Office. Micah partners with tribal programs nationwide, giving tribal Head Start programs access to language programs for young children. In addition, my favorite part, he also advocates for mental health and disability services. Now, while we may think the month of November is dedicated to Native Americans because of the Feast of Thanksgiving, which is a celebration of the harvest, it is actually a time of mourning for many indigenous people. You see, during the time of the first celebration of harvest, many Native Americans lost their lives to plagues brought by the colonists. Therefore, during the month of November, many Native Americans traditionally gather for cultural and spiritual events. And now I segue into the topic of felicity, something that makes you happy. We are in the midst of the season of giving. And normally during this time of giving, we brighten the hearts and minds of others because of our generosity. These are times when we engage in food drives and clothing drives for the less fortunate. That giving brings happiness to those who receive, but also to those who give. But this is also a time in which many people are grieving. We expect the holiday season to be a time of joy. We express our gratitude and thanks for all that we have. But our same gratitude for what we have can also be the resentment of someone else's insufficiency. Other individuals are lacking family, finances, food, friendship, love, and compassion and understanding. You could be one of those individuals. So as you go about your holiday season, be mindful and be aware to try to bring happiness to everyone you come into contact with. And now I close with a dose of positivity. What's in my cup today is providing joy. It's easy to notice when we bring joy to someone else's life. Oftentimes, it's the little things that make a huge difference and impact on the lives of others. In the hustle and bustle of big city life during the holiday season, take the time to greet someone and smile at them. You don't know what they are struggling with at the moment. Many people may be grieving the loss of a loved one. Others may be struggling with not being able to provide for loved ones. Now, I normally don't show it, but one day at work last month, I was visually showing that I was disturbed by something personal from earlier that day. A colleague came into my office, read a scripture, and gave me a hug. Well, don't you know it changed my day? So remember to provide a little joy in someone else's life during this holiday season. I promise you they need it. It might just make your day as well. And remember, two people exhibiting joy at the same time makes the world shine just a bit brighter. So until next time, educators, parents, students, and anyone within ear's reach of my voice, see you soon.